Hi there, it's me, David, and welcome to Sport Psych and Stuff. For this episode, I had the opportunity to visit the Come Together Cup to help me explore the role of sports in building community capacity. The Come Together Cup is based here in Cologne, Germany, and consists of a full-day recreational soccer tournament that serves to bring a wide range of diverse peoples from all social areas and classes together for a single tournament day on the soccer field. With the COVID-19 pandemic, there's been a huge awareness regarding community health. That is, the collective physical, mental, social, and economic health of the collective community, and how it is closely tied to social determinants of individual health, implying that morbidity and mortality rates are correlated with the distribution of socioeconomic status, where advantaged groups that have higher income, better education, social class, and privilege are generally healthier than the disadvantaged groups. Communities that are negatively impacted by these disparities lack the access to social resources, healthcare, economic assistance, and such. These factors have a direct influence on the health and wellness of the people within the community and lead to greater strain on the limited resources that may exist. Events like the Come Together Cup serve as an important function to drive recreational sport that can influence both individual and community level health. The Come Together Cup started in 1994 by Andreas Steiner, who is an openly gay man and former police commissioner who had attended the 1994 Gay Games and was inspired to do something for his local community in Cologne, Germany. The original premise of the Come Together Cup was to organize a soccer tournament between Cologne's gay soccer club, the Cream Team, versus a local police team. This is rooted in both Steiner's identity as a gay man and a former police officer, but also rooted in the history of the LGBTQI rights movement, which has always had an adversarial relationship with the police. The goal of the Come Together Cup was built around bringing these two opponents together, using sport as a platform to build a community relationship as well as to encourage discussion, acceptance, and education regarding the LGBTQI community. It has since grown to encourage community participation from many different elements of the LGBTQI community, the police community, and other members of the Cologne community altogether, especially within the sport of soccer.
Yeah, the Come Together Cup, it's a tournament for different people, different colors, different minorities. The reason why I have made it is I have been in my former life a police officer, and I have been also a player in the Landesliga in Germany. And in this time I haven't talked about that I'm a gay person because I have very much fear to left my friends, to left my job, to left my football colleagues. And later on, when I was 27, I go to Cologne, and I'm thought in this time I'm the only gay footballer in the whole world. But it wasn't so, because in Germany, in Cologne, I find a newspaper article, and they have looked for gay football players. And this article was not from me. So I know there are some other people who want to play football and who are gay people. So I go to the Cream Team Cologne from SC Janus. And we were very successful. We were in 1994 in New York to the Gay Games. We win the Gay Games in New York in the Central Park. And in this moment when we have played against London, Stonewall, and win, I think it was great here. It was wonderful. It's amazing to be under other people who are thinking like myself, like me. But there wasn't the audience, the public, were only people from the LGBTQ society, and so this was very astonished for me. No one else have a look to this game. And so I go back to Cologne, and I think it would be great when we as a gay team can invite other teams to play with us football. And so the first match on the whole world between a gay team and the police team from Cologne we have made in September '94, just a month or another 1.5 months after the gay games. And we have played 1-1, and was a long time in front with 1-0. And at this point, I get the idea for this thing called Come Together Cup, but with the help from many, many, many wonderful people and support from our former police president, Jürgen Rothers, and he was later on the mayor of Cologne. And he's since 28 years, he is our Schirmherr. What's the English? He's a I don't know the word in English. And that's now we start with 10 teams in Germany, with 10 men teams, and now we have 36 women teams and 48 man and mixed and inclusion teams. So this is a great impression and a wonderful development. So I'm very happy about it, and you can see today there's a lot of people are coming here, and we are cheering for the diversity and for that what football can make. And a lot of people say football is something it should not politicize, and but it is not for a party politicized, but for the whole society. And that's what we are doing here. We want to have a good day with a lot of people, different people who want to show that we can be on one day a good society.
According to Edwards' 2014, community capacity is a mechanism of supporting and promoting community-level health, that is the social, physical, and mental health that can be achieved in many different ways. One of which is through the Sport for Development model, which utilizes sporting events, leagues, teams, and training programs as a conduit for enhancing personal skills, knowledge, and resources, building social cohesion, facilitating community dialogue, leadership development, and encouraging civic participation. When referring to community, I am talking about both the geographic community, such as the city, town, or area where you live, as well as your social community. That is the community that you have a shared sense of identity with. In case you missed it, my last episode of Sport Psych and Stuff covered social identity, so head over there and check that out as well. Sport as a health intervention has been shown to be very effective in improving the physical health of individuals and combating the obesity epidemic. It has also have a positive effect on the mental and social health, such as improving social connectedness, reducing engagement and risk behaviors, and helping to deal with depression and anxiety. While sport as a health intervention focuses on the individual, the improvement of the health of the collective individual reflects the health of the community. Attention on community health has only risen in the last decade or so, as previous measures of health tend to focus more on individuals. Thus, only recently have there been more proactive initiatives to alleviate these disparities that have been focused on the community-level interventions. This is accomplished through building community capacity, which, according to Chasky in 2001, is the interaction of human capital, organizational resources, and social capital existing within a given community that can be leveraged to solve collective problems and improve or maintain the well-being of a given community. The Come Together Cup is a perfect example of how sport can be utilized to build community capacity via the Sport for Development model. The Sport for Development model examines community capacity across 7 different dimensions. The first dimension examines the skills, knowledge, and resources. The Come Together Cup helps create opportunities for utilizing local skills, knowledge, and resources, particularly from community members and their network connections. It offers an opportunity for community members to receive training, experience, and the opportunity to develop new skills. And at the Come Together Cup, a lot of tasks need to be completed, including organizing volunteers, ensuring safety of participants, managing time and space, ensuring there are resources available for the needs of the event, and so on. In addition, professional organizations and leagues, such as FC Köln, participating help bring in an air of legitimacy that offers access to resources and financial investment into the local communities as well. The organization, therefore, must balance their locus of control among those investing into the event and the needs of the local community itself to ensure that the resources are equitably distributed and sustainable for building community capacity. The second dimension examines the nature of social relationships. And the foundation of building community capacity is developing a shared sense of community through social cohesion or social capital. More specifically, the shared geographical environment serves as foundation for cultural and collective action. This is developed through social norms, network connections, and individual interests that facilitate trust and allows the collective interest to develop, which in turn drives collective action. The Come Together Cup was built as a way to facilitate a relationship and dialogue between two communities who are historically at odds with each other, the police and the LGBTQI community. It is important to consider, though, that the interventions which focused on marginalized and disadvantaged communities are the most important to help build accessibility and participation in the sporting events. Inequality continues to be a barrier that inhibits community capacity, so understanding the needs of the community and organizing accessibility to sports that reflects those needs is important to overcome such inequality and help empower growth. Sports can also be a source of social and political conflict, but they can also serve as a common ground in which to help overcome the conflict and bring people together.
At first, I'm playing soccer here with One Touch Kalk and Ketistan, the two teams. And we played together because there were not enough people. And we had a lot of fun to play together. And second, I work for Rubicon as counselor for trans topics. Would you like to say something? Faisal is working also at Rubicon.
I'm Faisal and I'm working also in Rubicon. In Rubicon, I coordinate an open meeting for international and international careers. So basically for refugees and immigrants.
And we like to work close together because a lot of refugees also trans, so we have an intersection in our work. Come Together Cup has a long tradition already, and it's a good opportunity. But as trans person, sometimes I prefer smaller events where trans topics are more included. Maybe the changing rooms or the toilets. And today I didn't take a shower, I didn't go to the locker room because I didn't feel comfortable to go in something for men or women. And so I would wish that the Come Together Cup would be a bit more sensitive about these topics. On the other hand, it's still a lot of fun and I enjoy it very much. In the last 10 years, I realized as a trans person playing a women team, it's right now much better. The people don't say mean things to me anymore at the field because I think the topic is more, it's went into the community and the players are more aware of this topic. But not, I wouldn't say the organizer. They could be in many points a bit better, in my opinion. And for example, one team, the Tigers, with the trans and inter teams, they say, oh, we don't know, maybe we play another tournament. And another tournament is, for example, in Kassel. It's a Bolz Masters, and they are very, very good also for anti-racism topics, on the other hand for trans people, and they are top. So Come Together but could learn a lot from Bolz Masters in Kassel. Good question. At first I would say it would be good to ask the community what they needs to feel comfortable. And that would be a good idea. And after they have asked, they could change something. And I just have one opinion, but I think there are more opinions about that. For examples, it's a Frauenturnier, a women tourney, a man tourney, and maybe one tourney could be a flinter tourney, women, lesbian, trans, inter, and to think about how do I precisely call the different spaces here to feel comfortable for trans people. Maybe they are a mixed team, but it's also it's a try, but could be better.
Well, I wouldn't say just people in Barak. I would say for all refugees and immigrants, those kind of events should include more this community, like the international community. Yeah, because I think like those kind of events, it's also like a big opportunity to integrate in the community, in the German community.
But still, I really enjoy to take part at the Come Together Cup, but there are also possibilities to improve.
The third dimension of the Sport for Development model examines the structures, mechanisms, and space for community dialogue and collective action. Sporting events like the Come Together Cup encourage partnerships from different sectors of society, be it government, nonprofits, private businesses, and the media. By creating inter-organized networks, community-wide organization, building safe community spaces for dialogue and problem solving, utilizing mechanisms for empowerment and collective action, these partnerships are important in building community capacity as it maximizes resources, accesses a diversity of skills, and can influence political support for events and people. According to the Sport for Development model, sport development initiatives are best met if they are channeled through the partnerships with organizations that focus on government, education, health, and social service programs. Sports also helps to create systems of community-wide organization and communication, helping to create connections and dismantle barriers between groups. It can even help influence people's attitudes and behaviors, which in turn helps build collective identity and drive community cohesion. If sporting events are combined with other community events, such as cultural festivals and social engagements, it'll go even further in reducing discrimination and helping to find common ground in otherwise polarized communities.
Yes, my name is Sarah. I'm working at the Cologne Police, and that's why I'm playing for the Cologne Police team. And I'm 30 years old, and I'm playing here this tournament since 2015. Yeah, it's really good that we are representing the police with the team, because we have a lot of colleagues who are lesbian or gay, and it's good that we set a statement that everyone is welcome and included, and it's good. And for the other people, it's good that they see the police, they accept the tournament and want to set a statement as well. It's a big tournament, and you see there are a lot of people here around, and I think there are also coming people from outside Cologne, because they want to show that that everyone is included, and I think the tournament is growing every year, and here are teams playing with handicaps also, and I think it's the tournament shows that also like the city of Cologne is open-minded for everyone, and I have a lot of friends and colleagues that I know that are gay, and so you treat everyone equal. It doesn't matter what color they have, what sexuality they have. So you see that you can, for yourself, you can be like here. Everyone can be how they're gonna be. It doesn't matter whether as a guy you feel as a girl, or as a woman. Here nobody is treating bad here, and so for yourself you can just like be yourself, have fun, play some soccer, and talk with the people who are organized here, everything. And so you're gonna get more like open-minded, get to know more stuff about some gay people, the gay community, just like to maybe what you don't learn in your daily life. So so you get a really good background.
The fourth dimension examines the quality of leadership and its development. Any successful event requires leadership, and building community capacity requires effective leaders. That is, both individual leaders and community organizations who take on leadership roles. In the Sport for Development model, local community champions who communicate goals, motivate members, acquire resources, and lead the implementation of community-wide initiatives are a key factor. Leaders who are part of the in-group of the community rather than an external leader are also more likely to influence community buy-in with higher levels of trust and respect among community members. Sports organizations serve as an ideal platform for the development of community leaders with coaches, athletes, and organizers. Athletes can also serve as unexpected sources of community leadership, but the nature of sport also helps to teach leadership skills. Coaches often maintain influence in communities, and particularly in rural communities where the social circle is often centered around the local school sports.
My name is Isa. I've been at the Come Together Cup since the first one. So 28 years. I manage the backstage area now. And yeah, that's all. I've got a hairdresser saloon in Cologne, and Andreas Stine was my client, and he told me about his idea, and I said, okay, let's do it. And the first one was a little small, and now we stand here in this big area with this many people, and yeah, that's the way we meet. You can't imagine what is done for our community. It's a get together, just miteinander is our slogan, just together, be together. Every kind of people are welcome, and I think it's how the world should be. We live it here. We need rollouts all over the world, I think, like this parties and this how can I say it in English? So we got the rollouts out here in Germany, but I think we do it all over the world to show people how friendly we can live together. Love, peace, and happiness for everyone.
The fifth dimension examines the extent of civic participation. An important aspect of community health interventions and the foundation for building community capacity is having a high level of participation when dealing with community concerns and building community structures. Whether it be voting in local elections, participating in the PTA, or other forms of civic engagement in different aspects of the community. Sports clubs and tournaments have long served as a mechanism for building civic engagement and community participation, particularly during leisure time, whether it be as athletes, coaches, volunteers, parents, or spectators. The goal of using sport for civic engagement is to help build a shared sense of community identity and help empower people to participate in other community activities as well.
Yes, I'm Barbara. I'm actually member of the board of the Cologne Pride for 3 years now. And I'm enjoying, like every year, the Come Together Cup. So I always like it because the weather's nice and it's all family around here, LGBTQI family, but also every other family is welcome, everybody is welcome, and enjoying the day together with sport, with having fun, drinking a beer together. And I think this is the spirit you have here with the Come Together Cup is awesome. You can always have a conversation very seriously in a corner or just having fun around various sports. Yeah, for me it is a start into the CSD season. So it's the very first open air event in May or June. And so that's the start of everything. So I like it very much. And it empowers all the people here to feel home and free and open and can live how they want to do that in Cologne, yes. And that's possible here. I just heard that from a colleague that in Nuremberg there is in 4 weeks another Come Together Cup, the very first time. And they are also very excited to organizing it because, the community is not used to play soccer. So this is already sport-wise a challenge. Yeah. Sport, I always did a lot of sport in my younger days. and I always use the community for Euro games, gay games, or what have you, or smaller, just badminton tournaments. And that's the same here. The community is playing soccer, and I mean, soccer is not the best example for being an open gay or lesbian or what have you. So it's really, it helps a lot to see that soccer can also be very connecting to the people.
How do you feel like that's helped you as a person grow?
I'm guessing I'm here and having an interview. So I never did that before. So of course I lived openly with I have 3 children, and so that was never a problem. But standing in front of a camera for me, it's unusual, and I grew up like that. First of all, we survived the Corona pandemic. That was really, really a challenge for everybody of us. And now we start again, all over again after 2 years. And I hope we can live in peace, and that can also be an example for the world that we can live in peace and open, and yeah, that's what I wish for the future.
The 6th dimension is built around a value system. A community often carries a shared set of values, so it's important for the community capacity efforts to incorporate said values when organizing sporting events or teams. Having a shared sense of values, particularly values that focus on participation, inclusion, collaboration, equity, and social responsibility, among others, are unique to the culture in which they belong. Community-based sports that reflect a clear and shared set of values held by the community stakeholders help to foster inclusion and advocate for social justice that can help motivate and inspire a shared sense of community spirit. Sport for Development models focus on creating sport systems that align more broad with community philosophies and interests as a way to encourage inclusion and respect for cultural values, invites participation, and empowers new ideas and experiences from those different elements of the community that can come together. Most importantly, to allow sport to be effective in community capacity building requires building accessibility for all peoples, cultures, identities, and such to create a shared sense of sports for all values in the use of sport for social empowerment. The 7th dimension of the Sport for Development model examines learning culture. The ability to critically reflect on one's own history, actions, behaviors, structures, assumptions, and other aspects to learn from and consider new approaches and ideas to approach issues and solve problems marks the foundation of learning culture. To foster this on a community level, it is important that the community leaders organizing the sports organizations or other community paradigms incorporate a learning culture into their regular assessments of the effectiveness of their organization. Utilizing a learning culture, the Come Together Cup has persisted for 28 years and has grown exponentially to ensure that the constant reevaluation of the community needs are taken into consideration when it comes time to organize the next tournament. All 7 of these dimensions are utilized by the Come Together Cup in effectively building community capacity by tapping into the local resources, creating and enhancing network connections, building partnerships, and ultimately establishing a common purpose for people to come together. And that's it for this episode. Thank you for tuning in, and please let me know your thoughts and feedback in the comments. Also remember to like, share, and subscribe, and until next time, I hope you have an active, fit, and fabulous day.